So when you were going through that experience, were you in love at that time?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what I was saying. Like, there's that common question, like, why do people stay in relationships, like in abusive relationships? Why don't they just leave? Mm-hmm. And like a big piece of that is like we forget, like, you're in a relationship because like you really like this person or you love the person. So
there were other times where things were normal in the sense it was good, it was positive.
Yeah, and I think so. This is part of it, right? So like. There's multiple reasons as to why people stay in abusive relationships. One is the biggest one is love, right? Another one is religious reasons. Another one is language barriers, immigration status, depending on the demographic and the age of someone who's in an abusive relationship, right? You have other ones where it's fear of being outed, and that's really for LGBTQ people who may be in an abusive relationship and haven't completely identified their sexual orientation, and their partner threatens to tell about their sexual orientation to their family or to their friends. And so that's another fear. Like they stay in the relationship because of that fear, right?
I can imagine. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like people don't think about that. And then so you have shame, you have embarrassment, you have guilt. You have someone who may have a low self-esteem. Like me, for example, when I was in my relationship, like that's another reason. So there's multiple components to why people stay. Yeah. And then in addition to those reasons, part of the reason as to like why I kept going back is because there's this cycle of violence. Yeah. Right. And so with the cycle of violence, you have three pieces to this. You have your tension building. So the tension building is like when you have someone that you're with, let's use the example boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. And we know in a lot of cases, it's not just boyfriend and girlfriend. It could be also not just heterosexual relationships, but this can also happen in homosexual relationships. Yeah. But let's just use that for an example. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're with someone, your boyfriend the boyfriend that you're with, or the girlfriend that you'll use you as an example. Okay. The girlfriend that you're with. Yeah. So you have the tension building, right? And so this is where there may be intimidation going on in the relationship, where you feel like you're walking on eggshells. Okay. Right? So a girl may text your phone, right? And you know that your girlfriend doesn't like girls texting your phone. And so your girlfriend sees that on your phone. So automatically you feel that. Yeah. You feel there's tension in the relationship. You feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yeah. So you feel like you're walking on eggshells, right? Yeah. So there's that part of it. And then you go from your tension building, right, down to the pattern of the abusive relationship. Mm-hmm. So when you have all this tension rising and building up, then it's this explosive temper, whether it's the verbal abuse, whether it's physical abuse, whether it's emotional abuse, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's digital abuse, because that exists. Yeah, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. You have that piece to it. So then after all of this happened, that your girlfriend saw the stuff on your phone, then the next thing that she does is she pushes you. And then she calls you a name. Yeah. Or then she throws something at you. And this physically harms you. Yeah. Right? And then right after we have those two phases, then we circle down to the honeymoon stage. Yeah. So right after she's done throwing things at you and threatening you because another girl texted your phone, the next part is, I'm so sorry. Yeah. This person's very apologetic, right? They're either very apologetic or they shift the blame on you. Yeah. You know I don't like you texting girls. Why would you text this girl? Right? Yeah. So then you have that honeymoon phase where you have those different pieces, or they bring you gifts, right? Yeah. And then so you have these moments in the relationship. And that's another piece to it that we don't even realize, is that this person who is a victim, right, is constantly going through this cycle. Yeah. Because then after you have someone who's apologetic and like, I'm never going to hurt you again, and I'm so sorry, and I'll go get counseling, I promise this will never happen again. Yeah. It'll happen again. Yeah. And it'll happen again. Yeah.